If you've ever been underestimated, betrayed, or pushed to the edge, you're going to feel this one deep in your bones. Hit that like button, subscribe, and let us dive into one of the most gripping revenge stories you'll ever hear. Daria wasn't born into privilege. She grew up in a forgotten village, an orphan who had nothing, until she found Ashton, the ancient sword bound with a soul. It wasn't just a weapon. It spoke. It taught her. It judged her. When her people were cornered by ambushers, Daria did what no one else dared. She offered herself as bait, drawing blades away so her clan could run. Every slice, every strike, came at a cost, and Ashton never let her forget it. But here's the thing about Daria. She wasn't afraid to suffer. What she couldn't stand was betrayal. And betrayal came from the very ones she protected. The leaders of her people had always mocked her, the dirty little orphan girl with a talking sword. They used her when convenient, discarded her when it suited them. When reinforcements returned, they didn't bring a healer for her. They brought chains. Why? Because a warrior with a living sword was dangerous. Too dangerous. Better to keep her weak, locked away, and take Ashton for themselves. Bleeding, half-conscious, she overheard their whispers. "We'll pry the sword from her hand when she's gone." Imagine the power in our control. And for the first time, Ashton, who had always teased, scolded, and corrected her, went silent. The bond between blade and wielder grew colder, sharper. Both knew what had to be done. They played weak. Daria closed her eyes, pretended the fight had drained her last breath. The leaders leaned in, greedy fingers reaching for Ashton's hilt. That's when the sword moved, not in their hands, but in hers. Her eyes snapped open, glowing with the reflection of steel. Her voice was hoarse, but steady. "You should have left me to die." The sword sang, slicing through betrayal, carving justice into the very ones who plotted against her. Every scream was muffled by the blade's cold laughter in her head. The dirt path, once stained with her blood, now ran red with theirs. By the end, no betrayer was left standing. The ambushers had fallen. Her people were free. And the so-called leaders who tried to take her sword? Reduced to nothing more than warnings carved into the ground. Daria staggered, but she stood taller than she ever had. The sword shimmered, its voice softer now. "That was better. Cleaner. They won't underestimate you again." And for the first time in years, she smiled through the blood. Revenge isn't always about rage. Sometimes it's about justice. Sometimes it's about survival. And sometimes, it's about reminding the world that you cannot be used and discarded. Daria didn't just fight with a sword, she fought with her soul. If this story gave you chills, smash that like button and drop a comment. What's the most satisfying revenge you've ever witnessed? And of course, subscribe for more spine-tingling stories of betrayal, justice, and payback. Until next time, stay sharp.